Here I want to talk about something very interesting. Is there a carnival in England? Is there a carnival in the United States? And what about Guyana, former British Guyana in South America? A Brazilian goes to England and expects that there will be carnival in February, but then it's March and no carnival. Then comes April and no carnival. In May, no carnival. But then comes November, and on the 5th of November, he sees a parade in the streets of London on Guy Fawkes Day. What is the Guy Fawkes Day? Guy Fawkes was an English Catholic soldier that put barrels of powder to explode the British Parliament and kill King James I, a Protestant, and the other members of Parliament. He had already put 20 barrels of powder, but he was discovered and sentenced to death for high treason and conspiracy against the state and the king. He was tortured, gutted, and burned. Well, this celebration seems a carnival parade, and people wear masks, including the mask of Guy Fawkes. His effigy is burned in the streets. But it's a festival to celebrate the deliverance of this catastrophe. You may recognize this mask that now has some relation with rebellion and terrorism from the film V for Vendetta, V for Vengeance. Here we have the worldwide known Carnival in Rio. On the 25th of February, it's a very expensive party, sometimes called the biggest show on earth, and people come from all over the world to admire this incredible parade. The music, the dancers, the fancy dresses, the floats, etc. It began in old times as a festival to drink wine and eat meat, to dance and celebrate, but nowadays became an incredible parade like this. And here we have something closer to the Brazilian Carnival. It's in USA, mainly in New Orleans, and it's called Mardi Gras, that in French means Fat Tuesday. It's a beautiful and fancy parade with dances and fancy dresses, or costumes, as they say in the USA. Music, and people also drink and eat a lot. It began as a festival with the same purpose. Once people would have to fast during the season of Lent. Mardi Gras in USA may last from the 25th of February to the 5th of March. I've seen this clown in many pictures, curious. I would really like to know who he is or what it means. And here we have something that, in my opinion, is the closest to the Brazilian Carnival, Mashramani. Although it looks more tribal, more indigenous, it's a parade in the streets of Georgetown, the capital of Guyana. On the 23rd of February, 2 days before the official carnival in Rio, you will see a parade with fancy dresses similar to some worn in Rio de Janeiro. You will listen to music, people will dance in the streets, there will be music floats, you will see white girls, Indians and mulattoes. That's it. Although it's not as big as Carnival in Rio, it's growing and becoming even more beautiful and incredible every year, and attracting tourists from many parts of the world. If you could spend Carnival in one of these countries, being a Brazilian, an Englishman, or an Englishwoman, an American, or a Guyanese, where would you like to celebrate and spend Carnival?